Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Boo.
Welcome everybody to the Oh, damn it! I was gonna do it. Welcome everybody to the All for the Ring podcast. That's right. We're back. We have 3 cameras today. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully that look cool. Maybe not. I don't know. But even more importantly than 3 cameras, we got Benny. There he is.
What's going on?
Yep.
We're back.
So it's been
2 years?
2 years. November 21st, 2021 was the last time there was an All for the Ring podcast.
Sheesh.
Video, audio, or otherwise. Mm-hmm. And it's too long.
Very long. Way too long.
But we're here now.
We're back.
We're back.
In the fold.
And what a season we've had so far. Aaron Rodgers, if everybody remembers. Mm-hmm. Oh, all that football stuff.
Yep.
But what's even more important than that, football, is children. More specifically, more children had by members of the group.
Mm-hmm. Not this one.
Not this one. Not this one. Also, yeah. These shorts have really written up. All right. I didn't know I was going to be on camera. Just kidding. I didn't know. Although this was a spur of the moment thing. Benny happened to be over. And then the wife went upstairs with both dogs as well. There's no dogs in here, unfortunately. You guys remember Peppa. And so she went upstairs, early bedtime. She knew we boys were going to be getting into some wild stuff.
Shenanigans.
Wild stuff. I said, you know what? I've been meaning to do this. In fact, I actually, I filmed a couple of intro shots that over the years since the last time there was one. And it's basically me hitting a shot in my basketball court and then walking up to the camera and going, "We're back."
We're back.
I gotta tell you, we're not back. We had not been back. That was
We have not been back.
That was like fall of 2022, I think. And now here we are, fall of
1 year
2023.
later. We're back.
We're back. We're actually back. If I edit this and stuff, which we'll see how difficult I make it for myself.
Fall 2024.
Fall. Well, it'll come out. We're back. We're really back this time.
We are so back, guys. 75th anniversary.
Anyway, here's the fantasy football roundup, and that is we are in week number 5. We had Thursday night football last night.
Thursday night.
Today Friday? No, it's
Saturday. Yep.
2 nights ago,
Yep.
the Bears beaten down the Commanders.
First win in like 14 games, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was almost a full year.
Yeah.
I think it was last November was the last time they had a win.
What a show-out game.
Yeah. Brian De Silva having a real tough go of it to start the season off. 1-3.
Yeah.
Chase down, ass up. Good name. But
Great name.
yeah, tough. And he's a perennial, top third kind of guy.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
speaking of perennial positions, my dear sweet brother Miles. Almost said brother Brian. My dear sweet brother Miles. Weak Achilles, fun name.
Buddy.
Sad name.
Buddy, yeah.
And sad performance so far.
Right.
Tough one, real tough.
Yeah.
I guess he had a very, very close loss early in the season, and that was pretty demoralizing. Overall, it's going pretty well. One other area that we talk about is Pick'em, going pretty well for you. It's won 2 out of the 4 weeks so far.
Wild. Just gonna just keep doing what I'm doing, which is to say,
calling up P. Giving him a ring
good
and
old
saying, "Hey,
Pavixi, my man."
Giving him picks. So go get my usual cut. Yeah, you do. Anywho, and so that means that Ben, you've won twice. Brian won week 2. I won week 3. It's a good group. And then on the Survivor side, Pat and Josh are still alive. Well, we're all still alive, as I keep reminding everyone. And so they've, like I said, they've sort of picked all the big juggernauts of this season. So
I picked one.
They're gonna have to.
Niners.
Yeah. I mean, getting yourself on the right track after a loss, for example, you definitely want to be going on going for the Chiefs or whatever else.
Right.
But so that's all the football stuff. Let's talk about life.
Yeah. We shall.
All right. How's it going?
It's going.
It's going?
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, and.
Oh yeah. my favorite theater subject, improv.
Improv.
No, I mean, work's been busy, but can't complain there. And put the promotion package in, so just a matter of time that gets processed, and I'll be a E7.
Wow.
Senior non-commissioned officer is what they call it. So senior enlisted leadership level.
Wow.
So yeah, pretty wild. It's pretty wild life development going on.
That's cool.
But yeah,
and you said everything's this is fine before this.
I mean,
now you're giving us this wonderful news.
Well, because I'm recalling all right, what has been going on, since the last kind of public update on this level.
Sure.
So, I'd say that's probably the biggest update. Work's been busy, going to training in January to March, be in Florida for 2 months. But outside of that, yeah, things are copacetic. I cannot complain.
Well, glad to hear it.
Thank you.
Good.
I appreciate you. Well, your life.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good too. Well, it's been 2 years, so you all missed that sound. Yeah, I guess I should have thought about this more before. I think 2 years ago we were at a different couch in this room. There's a white couch in this room. Oh yeah. Now it's this gray couch because we got a new couch in the other room. Couch shock. Everyone loves couch shock. Right. Child is older. 2 years older than the last time. She's great. She's in pre-K. She's doing wonderful. Everybody loves her. We love her. She's great. We're very excited. I think since the last time, I built an outdoor shower.
Oh yeah.
That was last summer,
right,
I believe.
Too.
Built an outdoor shower over there. It's a little bigger than I had anticipated, although I measured it, but it just feels a lot bigger, which is great. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's just a good deal bigger than most walk-in one-room outdoor showers. But I tell you, it's a lifesaver in the mornings, or it has been, because I'll wake up and I don't want to wake up the ladies, and so I'll make sure to I'll go downstairs and then I'll just take an outdoor shower, far away from the other shower, which is right next to where the bedrooms are. So I don't want to be making a lot of noise. That's huge. Yeah, that's been very nice. And then out to the beach, et cetera, et cetera. So we all know the benefits of outdoor showers. Right. In 2022, the family and I went to Mexico. We went to Playa del Carmen, and we went to an all-inclusive resort. I think it was Iberostar Tucán, if anyone's interested. They had a lot of wildlife, a lot of steps, but we went for it, and we got a room that was facing the ocean. It had a balcony facing the shore there, and that was lovely. So that was very nice, and it was right next to the pool, next to everything else. And so that was great. And then this past winter, in 2023, we went to Puerto Rico. We went to not an all-inclusive, a place that was like a condo-ish kind of thing. And it was right in the sort of a regular neighborhood. And it was cool. It was a really fun time. We had a blast. And we're loving showing our daughter the world. So that's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
And so I guess that's the last 2 years.
Yep.
So when are you going to training?
January. I think a week into the year, and then it'll be 2.5 months. So I'll be back the last week of March, and then I'll probably start to look at the landscape for external employment. Yeah, just to kind of see what's going on with the market and where I can pivot these good old cyber skills of mine. But yeah. Yeah, so that's the first quarter, really. It's going to be just down in Florida training it up, so...
Any hot takes?
God, here it comes!
For
hot,
the rest of the season?
Yeah.
I forgot. It's been a while,
Well, because the current season, right now... Excuse me, as we speak, top dogs are the Eagles and...
Eagles, Niners, damn boys, you know what I'm saying? Hot take, they win the Super Bowl. No, I'm totally kidding.
The Bills are up there.
Bills are absolutely up there for sure.
Anyway, so what's your hot take then? Now that we've set the landscape.
I think the Colts will rally and win the AFC South. Getting Taylor back. I think Anthony Richardson's looking stellar. Their defense is typically up there. I'm not really sure how they're performing. I have to look at like their record and everything, but Anthony Richard looks like fantastic. Like kind of an evolved Cam Newton. It's probably another hot take within a hot take, but he's just being accurate with the ball. He's like lightning quick, and he's just like been like really offensively stout. So yeah, that's one of my hot take. Colts win the South.
Colts win the South. Well, I'll think about mine, and then we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's...
Aaron Rodgers returns this season.
That was the first thing I thought. I was like, he comes back in like week 14, and I truly think...
East of the line.
I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Maybe my gut says he gets hurt again pretty quickly.
Sure.
Unfortunately. But I hope not.
Well, because like...
I got sucked into the charm and whatnot of Hard Knocks.
Oh my gosh.
They rang his bell. They said...
What team is on Hard Knocks, NFL Films, kudos, because they just know how to do it. Well, because like in his recovery right now, and obviously it's not like we're dealing with, early 1900s medicine anymore, and just like even 20 years ago with injuries of this level, but like where he should have been at this far into post-surgery recovery, he should still be like crutches and kind of full cast and like all these different things, but he's kind of like a cane and like a walking boot or like something, maybe even not that much, but like he's definitely looking way further along in his recovery than what it typically historically has looked. So, get some dairy with spray it on the Achilles.
Get it in there.
he comes back. I think it's on the table. Honestly.
Wow.
Another.
You heard it here first. 2 hot takes.
2.5.
Let's do the graphics twice. Who needs to do better?
I mean, do better. Just based on record alone.
Yeah, it's gonna be Miles, I know. But who else needs to do better? Actually, you were gonna say Miles?
I was gonna say Brian.
Oh, that's much. Yeah, I shouldn't have cut you off and thrown Miles under the bus. Sorry, Miles.
It's fine, but Miles will get there. Look, Miles went worst to first.
He did.
We can never knock Miles.
This is his flow. We can't wreck his flow.
He's due. So
who are we to question
if
the
he's
champion?
Going like he did, this is the way. So, but yeah, just based on how it has always gone with Brian kind of leading the pack a little bit out the gate. And he's not, so he's got to do better.
Yeah, I agree.
Gotta do better.
Though, to be fair, he's on his way to doing better.
Yeah.
Because he started Justin Fields.
Oh boy.
41.98 points.
Who started DJ Moore?
You did.
I forget what I'm facing. I'm sorry.
He's letting it up. He's opening it up. 46 points for DJ Moore.
And I started the Commanders defense. So -1.
Okay. Well, still, that's usually you're not
that
getting that many points
game,
on those
though,
two anyway.
I'll gladly take it. So yeah.
The White Claw Player of the Week. I usually do a lot more research for that. We haven't done that one in a long time. But that one,
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields and DJ Moore. So far, so good. Yeah. Really great. Okay. And then, let's see. T-Boner watch.
You have to step up.
Unleash some T-Bone.
Let him go. It's time. Time will tell.
Let him work.
Very similar to Do Better. That's been a common issue, is that they're very similar. But I like to see them a little bit differently. That the T-Boner watch is just about record, whereas so the T-Boner watch goes to Miles.
Yeah.
But
right.
He's one game away from being tied with Brian. Perennial good player Brian. So
is that the T-Boner Bowl? Who knows? We'll see.
That's it. And then I usually do news and cues. We kind of did a little news.
What's
and cues
going on in your brain
earlier.
right now?
What's from the top TV movie stuff in the last. Call it 23. Maybe even give us that. Give us the top line of 2022. Couple of titles and the top line of 2023.
For me this year, I think even though I can't necessarily relate to any of the characters and the things that they were dealing with, Succession was some of the best TV out. Just the power dynamics in that family, and to quote Logan Roy, you are all not serious people, right? Like, just what a culmination of that series. Another great series that everyone needs to drop and dive into, The Bear.
Oh,
The Bear is probably my favorite series of the last couple of years.
Wow.
Season 2 was over the summer, and that's just a show that great cast, great storyline. The premise is like this young kind of upstart chef operating in like Michelin level restaurants comes home after his brother passes away, and he inherits his brother's restaurant, which is like a deli in Chicago, and he's basically going to say, we're going to change the vibe of this whole spot and make money and turn it into like a Michelin level eatery, so to speak. So all the trials and tribulations that come with that make for some very compelling TV. I think it's like season 1, episode 7. They call Review. I know we're talking separate channels with you and I and Cam, my boy Cam.
Big ups to Cam.
Big ups to Cam. Cam Robs. He said that like, and I concur that episode should be shown in film school because it's a masterclass. It's so well done. And yeah, it's just really, really good. Really, really good TV.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, we've been, I think in the last 2 years, Severance was one of the things from the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I loved Severance.
Yeah. Season 2 coming.
Super mysterious. I love mystery. Oh, well, you want to talk about mysterious. Yellow Jackets.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, boy. If you guys don't watch Yellow Jackets, you should.
Start.
You'd enjoy it.
Tomorrow.
And your partners would also enjoy it, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's very nostalgic in some ways. I think we've talked about it at length. Maybe even on a podcast. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember.
Good question.
Time's a flat circle. Just a girls' soccer team in the 90s goes missing because they crash in the Canadian wilderness. And it's not what it seems. And it's all kinds of crazy shit that happens. Anyway, they just finished up. Well, not just. I guess it was, I don't know, 6 months ago, something like that. Benny and I were watching it because it's awesome.
It's phenomenal.
And so it was probably then, and they finished up their second season with a bang. So it's definitely worth your time, worth a watch.
I know you guys were into like Only Murders.
Oh yeah, we still are. Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah,
a lot of fun. A very fun time. Yeah. Reservation Dogs, we just finished. The series just finished. We watched the last of that. And that was
series?
Yeah, it's series.
Oh,
Taika
cool.
Waititi's Reservation Dogs.
Wow. New renewal. Okay.
I don't know if it was not a renewal or if it was we're done with this project sort of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
did it feel like it ended? Like
it wrapped up. No, it was pretty wrapped up.
That's good.
It did not leave the door open for future seasons, but it wasn't. There were no cliffhangers or anything like that. It was more a feeling of closure.
That way,
Funny story about shows that may get canceled but don't get canceled. But Parks and Rec, if you watch Parks and Rec, I don't think you have. But
slacking.
The last I think it's the second, third, and fourth, maybe even the fifth season all end in a way that would be satisfying were it to be the end,
really?
But also leave some doors open for some thought. But generally speaking, are very satisfying because they didn't know if they were going to be renewed, and so they didn't want to leave the audience hanging or anything like that, and so they paced it that way to make it be just in case this big wonderful fair has happened. Everything's pretty much okay. There's maybe a couple things that could happen, but we're not going to make it seem like it's going to necessarily, just in case.
Right.
And that's Michael Schur was the. I love Michael Schur. I actually just finished reading Amy Poehler's autobiography. I guess more of a memoir. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she talks about that. She talks about Parks and Rec. It's a wonderful.
That's
book.
awesome.
I have been doing a tremendous amount of reading. I'm happy to tell you.
I'm jealous.
Thank you.
Envious, I'll say.
Well, either way.
Well, there's a difference.
Well, yeah.
You know the differences?
I feel like jealous is more malicious.
Yes. Envious is like, I am mad. Well, I'm down that I'm not in the position that I'm the person that is in, right? And then jealousy is like, I don't want you to have the thing.
Right.
So I am envious of your position as a reader.
What's that?
Because I don't read. I read for my job, so last thing I want to do when I get home is like read for pleasure.
I don't read for my job. I vehemently don't read. Emails? No, thank you. Deleted on site.
1,400
on site
unread.
every single time. People are so mad at me. There's
17,000 deleted
I don't know
items.
how I haven't gotten fired. I'm kidding. I read some of the emails that come through. No, I realized I listen to a ton of podcasts. I didn't realize that. I noticed that. I noted that I listen to a ton of podcasts, and it's usually the same. Rattle through. I'll listen to the Pardon My Take guys. I'll listen to to Bill Simmons, the Ryan Russillo, and a number of other smaller ones. And I said to myself, I'm spending hours almost every day listening to people drone on, like I'm doing now. And but I don't do it every day. I do it once every 2 years. And I said, I'll swap this out. And I found, and I'll tell everybody, I think I might have told this on the draft night. I tell anybody who will listen. The app Libby, Libby,
Yes.
is you just put in your local library card number. You don't have a library card, go to the library. It's not hard. They'll be happy to give you one. But you guys all have library cards, I think. Well, you could get one.
I need to get one.
Pretty easily.
I acknowledge that I need to get one.
Hey, here I am.
Hey,
I'm ready. Anyway, you put that number into the app, and then you can borrow books, ebooks or audiobooks 4 at a time, and the whole library is there. If it's not available, you put a hold on it. It'll notify you when it's available. Boom, boom, boom. You can do audiobooks. You can do ebooks. You can do reading on their app. You can do reading on Kindle. Anyway. It's great. And so I've just really hit it off with that app. And so I take suggestions from anybody, and I am on book 32 right now.
Wow. This year?
Yeah, Amy Poehler was 32.
This year or since getting the Libby app?
This year. Wow. This year. Since late January. Well, since January. And there were some that I rifled through, like murder mystery thrillers and all kinds of stuff. But I usually listen to it at like a higher speed. But it's really good to do, like, put some football on. Let's say maybe your partner's gone to sleep or whatever. You put some football on, you mute it, and then you put those AirPods in, and you're just listening, and you're just mindlessly watching football. But you are retaining basically every point that they're making. So, it's I love it. I really do.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
And this is kind of related to a potential idea. Not to say that this would actually kick in, but when you get a library card out, because I've been out of the game for a minute.
Sure.
Is that library card only applicable to the library you take it out of, or the city or town you're in?
An excellent question. With Rhode Island, no. I think the easy answer is no.
Yeah.
It's your library that's part of a larger circle or a larger group.
Okay.
Like for example, the Rhode Island has the Ocean State Library
Like network or whatever.
Network, yeah. And so all Rhode Island libraries are, but I think you have to. I think you borrow from your own library, though. I think. Actually, I think your own library, and then if there's like the whole library, I don't know. Yeah. But through the Libby thing, but you can go to other libraries with your library card. I went to the East Providence one the other day, and I could take out books from there too. So
the reason I brought it up is because, and based on the earlier discussions in the group chat, Topgolf is right on Saconaset Cross Road, Garden City. You know what else is on that road? Cranston Public Library.
Oh boy.
So do we go before Topgolf, get our library cards out, right? Or get some, and just like start that whole thing up, and then go to Topgolf.
Sort of almost educational,
right? Or there's at least, like I said, kickstart the chance for taking on an endeavor like this.
We burn down the library, and then we go to Topgolf.
And then we shoot the balls back at the burning.
Shoot the ball at the burning library. Yeah.
Take that.
This is all. No.
Reading.
No, just kidding. Just kidding about the arson. That's not a thing. We don't.
It's not Fahrenheit 451.
No.
We don't burn books around here.
We support books. We don't ban books. We don't burn books.
Yeah. Fuck anybody that does.
Yeah.
I care if I swore.
Yeah. It's fine. I'll put explicit on the YouTube link. Yeah, I have read a bunch of Stephen King books.
Yes.
I really love those. The longest one that I read so far was an audiobook of Stephen King's Under the Dome, which was made into a feature film at some point, I believe, but not terribly well liked, that feature film. It would be tough. Anyway, basically the idea, if you've seen the Simpsons movie, they parody that's basically like the full parody of it, where they get a dome put over their town, and there's a whole thing, and things just get worse and worse because the fact of it is, if you're burning generators, whatever, and you've got a cap over your town, you're gonna suffocate eventually.
Oh yeah,
eventually you are. But anyway, that one was 34 hours long. That audiobook. So I did a lot of listening, and I did it in 9 days because I was loving it. That one was one where I went back and forth between an ebook and listening, and I would and I found that very satisfying. I have an upcoming daunting challenge. I just borrowed it. It's Stephen King's The Stand, which is a phenomenal masterwork of Stephen King's. But that son of a gun is 48 hours long.
Oh my gosh!
And I am a committed sort of person, but that's 2
listening.
full days of listening. Even if you do 1.5, it's still a day and a half of listening, which that's a lot. But
sheesh.
I know that it's wonderful and a really excellent piece of literature. So I shall shoulder on. I shall shoulder on.
Shoulder on, a little shoulder shimmy through The Stand.
I have a reading buddy though, who I've never read anything with him before, but Jeremy, our friend Jeremy, Jeremy Lewis,
Salt of the Earth.
Oh,
absolutely,
the best.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah, it really is.
Really is.
Trivia god.
Oh.
Like real god.
He actually runs trivia. Anyone? He runs trivia. I believe it is in Waltham, Massachusetts, at a place called the Cafeteria. I'll fix it if it's not right. I'll put it right underneath where
Just dub it.
Yeah.
The place.
And it's on Wednesday nights, and we should go again sometime soon.
Yeah. And you're all
Jeremy. To Jeremy.
Mm. Yes, sir.
Anyway, he's going to read The Stand with me. He's been reading a lot of Stephen King books in the past year, and he's going to read The Stand with me. I just remember last time I saw him actually was at the Beyonce concert at Gillette Stadium.
Out.
Oh yes.
Golly gee.
Me and Tiff and Jeremy and his lovely wife Dana.
Yeah.
We all went, and it was a wonderful time.
I bet.
And she is the queen.
Yeah, Queen Bee.
Probably not the queen of this summer. We know who that was.
Oh boy.
It was Taylor Swift.
Keep learning it every damn week.
Yeah, we learned. Yeah, Callus Chelsea. That guy.
Callus Chelsea. It's a Star Wars name is what that is. Let's find the repository with Callus Chelsea. Get the generator key.
I did not go to her concert though. That would have been cool.
I heard similar things.
Yeah.
Just
I will be able to watch it from the comfort of our own couches.
This is true. Yeah, because they heard. When's the Eras movie premiere in theaters?
November, I think November 14th.
And then Beyonce just announced a Renaissance movie in the beginning of December.
Surprise. Yes. Oh, wow. That's soon.
Yeah,
look at that.
That must have been cutting it the whole way. But that's interesting because I think Taylor Swift, the announcement and the pre-sale of the movie, of the tour, I'm almost positive it broke movie pre-sale records.
Whoa.
So
right. He's really venturing into the movie world.
Yeah, because I think the record was Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh.
And then she just came and shattered it. It was pretty substantial amount over what that record was. Which is wild, but also testament to the Swifties and the power of Taylor and her impact on the world. So
yeah,
here we are. You see, they interviewed Donna Kelsey, Travis's mom.
Yeah, but I didn't see it.
There was just a quick clip that came out. It's all right, so you met Taylor, how was it? And she just a deep sigh. She's like, it was okay. It's wow.
Oh man.
I think it's because she probably swore in front of her.
Yeah.
Travis scored.
Yeah.
LFG, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing, first meeting with the mom, don't curse in front of the parents. I mean, sure, but
I mean, we're in the 21st century.
Yeah, but I mean, Donna's of another era.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
I don't care if she's the queen of the world. She used the F word in front of me.
I don't know what that voice that is, but
maybe it's spot on. We don't know. I mean, you've listened to it recently.
Donna Kelsey. Donna. No, Donna.
I didn't even know where they're from originally. Ohio. That's right. They were from Ohio.
Oh, yeah, Ohio. Yeah. There you go.
I don't know what voice sounds like, but Michigan scored.
Oh, back in when I talked to Pat, I was just noticing that I did a big, huge catch-up on all the news and cues, which I guess I'll have to reinstate if there's a possibility for another episode in the near-ish future.
Yep.
Anyway, movie or TV show you're watching. Here's a little time capsule from back to 2021. Made. I think Steve's answer would probably remain the same. Any Red Sox player documentary, My Story. I shot them all. He wouldn't have said it like that, though. I said it sort of douchily. He would have been like, "Oh, I shot them all." Like, no big deal.
Right.
Because, you know.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso was said multiple times. Squid Game. Oh, Squid Game.
That's coming
that
back.
was I did see that Netflix has created a slot machine, I believe it is, or an a slot machine that is Squid Game themed, and they own them, and they're going to be in casinos. And the comment that I saw was, "Oh, you mean like so people can get into gambling debt and then eventually go and risk their lives to make a bunch of money?"
Right. Well, I mean, they did.
It's all full circle.
I think it's coming out probably also soon. The Netflix live
Reality
series.
show, yeah. Is it a live series?
Well, not live, excuse me,
Well,
but like the
it's-
live
yeah.
action rather.
Right.
Of like so it's like where they were like, okay, we're gonna just ignore the commentary that Squid Game provided us with regards to what this show or a game like this means, and we're gonna do it live.
We're gonna do it live.
Bill O'Reilly.
Do it live.
Thing sucks.
Eric, Josh had said that he had just watched Longmire. I don't know if anyone on the listenership has watched that since. I have not.
Nope.
You had put Invincible, which I think is coming back in season 2 as well, right?
Yeah, it's actually another show I've been watching recently. Talked about the Boys spin-off, Gen V, kind of a college version of the Boys. Really good so far. 4 episodes in, and when this season of Gen V ends, Invincible S2 is starting up. So we're gonna get Invincible back finally. Very hyped for that.
Well, that means you guys have time to watch it if you haven't watched it. It's an animated cartoon, I guess you could call cartoon show that is a superhero. There's a whole superhero arc. A very strong superhero called Omni-Man has a child, and that child is named Invincible. He's played by Steven Yeun.
From Beef. Beef was a good show this year too.
Yes, Beef. Oh, Beef was very good. Yeah, I like Beef a lot. It was a fun little 8 episode or whatever. It got crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier.
Solid.
Anyway, this Invincible show, it's very cool because they use animation to their advantage by having crazy, insane storylines that happen and like aliens that come and like that would cost like billions of dollars. No, not billions. Hundreds of millions of dollars to get like CGI done on a live action thing, but they can just kind of animate it and get it done. And it's just a shocking, awesome show. Very, very good. And The Boys is also shocking, live action, so good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Watch The Boys. It's so good. You'll all like it.
You will.
And you also were watching Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings.
Must have like hit Disney Plus at that point.
Yeah, now
Imagine.
we're way back there.
Actually, no, I think it actually came out at that point. Now I forget, but I don't know. Either way,
There you go.
Marvel's back.
Oh, marvelous. They're back. So that's a little flashback.
Yeah. Time capsule.
That means that 2022 is the only real year we haven't touched a lot on. Anything happened in 2022?
What was 2022?
They legalized marijuana in Rhode Island.
They did.
At that in May.
This is
I recall because I saw the headline.
This year?
When we were in 2022.
Last
when
year.
we were in Mexico, actually, I saw that headline, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
May 2022. I was did a little exercise in Belize. Went to Belize.
Right.
Swam with a manatee.
Swam with a manatee.
Yep. So there's a barrier reef in Belize. I didn't know that until
I didn't know that either.
swam with it and alongside it. Well, not too alongside it. I wanted to protect the ecosystem
Did you touch
there.
it?
Not allowed. Yeah, they said specifically don't
Other than
touch.
so slippery.
It's so
and soft.
Right. Right. But yeah, it was a good time. There was also some like I forget the type of shark, but it was like more docile variety that they basically because like these like you go out to the what they call Ks that are out probably like 45 minutes away from the actual country, and we went to K Calker, and it was like a small island strip. Like you get off the boat and you look across the island, and you can see the other water on the other side, like really tiny, but like hotels and restaurants and like really touristy destination, but also like really nice. And we did like a day diving trip, And we went out there, and like because of the abundance of these types of companies that do these diving trips, the sharks know. So like they basically like swarm up to the boat, and they basically feed whatever they're feeding them, and we get to like get out in the water and like swim next to them, pet them. Like they're right up on you, but they're super docile and like really. Like
swim and pet the sharks?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, because they're not like your typical like great white or anything. They're kind of, it slips what they are, but they're not like feral or anything. They're just like really grouped up and real chill, just like really like more curious and nosy than anything. But they fed them, they throw them up to the boat, get out there and pet them, and
cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Good vibes. That's probably
Way
the highlight
cooler
of
than petting a manatee.
Well, I said swim with. We didn't really get up on it because it kind of like showed up. It wasn't part of the tour.
Oh, okay.
It just like manifested. It was like, oh, and I was like, what is that? I was like, it's a manatee. It's like, whoa,
Nice.
big old thing.
That's cool.
But it was cool too. It's chilling.
Nice.
It's probably the highlight 2022 for me. Belize.
Nice. That's awesome.
Although I got COVID for the first time, so it kind of was rough on the way back. But
Better than getting on the way there, I guess.
yeah, because I would have got stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad I didn't get stuck there after too, but.
Highlight of 2022.
Yeah.
I would say the highlight of 2022 would be meeting a bunch of neighbors in the hood.
Yeah.
Maybe not a singular event necessarily, but more having developed a wonderful relationship with a number of families in the walking distance area, which has been very cool. I know that Steve Almonte, you have that sort of camaraderie amongst your neighborhood. And I'll say it's pretty special. Pretty fun. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah. There's probably other stuff in 2022.
Sure.
Who can remember these things? The draft night.
Yes.
Let's talk about the draft night.
Okay.
Okay. I was just thinking. I was talking and thinking, which is never a good idea. I wrote down, I think, a note or two from the draft night.
Okay. Keep tabs on the draft night.
Nope, I didn't. I thought I did. I don't think I did. Oh, wait, maybe it's in a different app.
Oh.
Anyway, what do you recall of the draft night? And how do you grade every player? Just kidding. You don't have to do that. When was the...
That's like, good
draft?
Lord.
August, I think it was, right? Or the end of August? No. Beginning of... No. Draft. There it is. Draft.
I mean, the one thing that kind of stood out just from the overall night was Pat's excessive usage of the toilet situation.
You're telling
Man,
me.
burned it down.
He really did. He really did. That was
just became, a very dominant part of the night.
I didn't want to be so aware of it. That's the thing. But he would just get up with the laptop and just like walk off. Like, I'm gonna take a shit, guys.
Yeah.
It's like, well, great. That's fine. Great. Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I hope that's not our main takeaway from the draft.
Well, I remember the draft
I wrote
night.
down something.
That was a thing.
In a note or something, but I guess not.
I mean, we were watching the what's it called, the Untold doc.
Untold.
About the Florida Gators.
Mm-hmm.
I know that was on a tube. Yeah, I'm trying to think in terms of like, because it's.
Oh, there it is. Year 10. Oh, okay. There's only a couple. Almonte drafted Tom Brady and then said very confidently he's going to play this year. Oh, and the sausage and pepperoni pizza.
Oh.
You can't go anywhere.
Sausage and pepperoni.
Mentioning the sausage and pepperoni. Sausage and pepperoni. Sausage and pepperoni. Sausage and pepperoni.
I told you clearly what we ordered was sausage and pepperoni.
Sausage and pepperoni pizza? Yeah. Sausage and pepperoni. And that's all the notes that I have from that night. You don't think I would write more, but no, I don't. Oh,
I feel like the rest of the draft is always kind of standard fare.
I did write down all the winners and T-Boner winners just to have them as a record. I'll run them through right now. Here we go. 2014, Josh. 15, Brian. 16, Das. 17, Eric. 18, Josh. 19, Miles. 20, Almonte. 21, Das. 22, Das.
Woo.
And here we are.
Golly.
Another T-Boners. The official winner for the 2014 season was Eric.
Woo.
In 2015, it was Das. In 2016, It was yours truly. In 2017, it was Chris. In 2018, it was Miles. In 2019, it was Steve DeSilva, his second time winning. Chris won 2020, although I put an asterisk because I put an asterisk for El Monte's also in 2020. I remember doing that very specifically. Anyway, Chris was an asterisk on 2020 because who counts 2020? It's kind of a Mickey Mouse win or loss, really.
Yeah, right.
El Monte. And then that was Chris's second time winning it.
Right.
And then 2021, Eric again, second time. And then Miles again, second time.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you noticed, who isn't a two-time winner. The only not two-time winner.
Of the T-boner?
The only winner, but not two-time winner.
Wait, you?
It's me.
Oh, yeah,
That
so
is a
every
very
other
specifically
T-boner.
cherry-picked stat. Of the winners of the T-boner, I am the only one who has only won it one time.
One time.
Everyone else has won it twice.
Wow.
But also, everyone other than Chris has won the whole thing.
Yeah.
Except for me and Chris.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the T-boner twice.
So...
And you haven't. Your name isn't even in here.
I'm hiding in the shadows.
If someone were to look at in the annals of our history,
I'd be Thanos. I don't
You'd
even
be
know
right
who
in the
you
middle.
are.
you had that ready.
But yeah, I mean, this has been the kind of the whole kit and caboodle. I think I
You
made the
Ian,
finals once, and it made such a mark because I remember it so significantly. The Todd Gurley game, Eric had Todd Gurley, and just couldn't stop. And I got like 4 tutties. So like, what was I supposed to do, you know? But it's probably the closest I've tasted to glory. So, you know, year in, year out. It's what we do.
You grind.
Grind.
You just keep grinding.
Yeah.
One day you'll get there.
Attacking those waiver wires.
I think I've been to the playoffs like 3 times.
Yeah.
And flamed out. No, I won one. I think I beat out Monty, and then he, on the sly, sent me some tips for the following week because I think he just didn't want who I was playing in that week to win. But they did. Yeah. So I think that's the furthest I've gotten. I think I've gotten to the game before the game. Whatever the round is before the championship. No, the one before that. It would be the divisional round. I think is the furthest I've gotten.
Yeah, division.
Not the conference round or the
Big
obviously the Super Dance,
Big dance.
Super Bowl. Oh yeah. So the other day, Miles texted me, which is not uncommon.
Sure.
We text quite often.
Sure, brother.
And he said, "Do you ever go onto Facebook and look at the Facebook group, All for the Ring?"
Oh.
And I said, "No, I don't. I don't ever do that." But I said, "All right, well, I will look." And let me tell you, Benjamin, I was surprised that I hadn't realized, or that I had kind of just stored those memories away.
Yeah.
But I wrote so much fucking, so many fucking words. I wrote tens, hundreds of thousands of words about fantasy football, about being annoyed about a guy who was sitting next to me that I was eavesdropping, and his iPad was too expensive, I thought, for him to be skipping out on class because it wasn't actually bad weather, but he was saying it to his professor. I wrote 1,000 words on that fucking dude.
Stephen King's The Stand would quake in its boots in comparison to
I wrote and I wrote and I wrote.
It was a prolific output. Prolific.
And I was laughing because I would look at these posts, this huge wall of text, and I would go down to the bottom and I would say, well, I'm sure the people I wrote this for, the 10 people this is intended, the 9 people this is intended for, I'm sure all of them liked it because look at all this work that I did. But no. Each one had like 2 likes, no comments. Not even like I don't agree. Occasional Josh doesn't agree. We know Josh doesn't agree. And yet. Anyway.
Oh, man.
Whew.
I mean, prolific output.
Oh my God, so much. I was like, how did I even have the time? And then I remembered I would go to Boston every day.
To and from.
To and from. 3 hours, basically 2 hours on the train every single day. And you give me 2 hours, I'm going to jam out so much nonsense you can't even believe. And so I guess maybe it improved my writing anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, just doing something for that long with that much
So 10,000 hours.
output. Yeah, that's at 10,000 hours. You would think I would know more about football, like just like ins and outs and stuff, but generally no. I'm no slouch, but I'm not. You know, I'm not talking about 4-3 defenses and 3-4 defenses. I'm keeping a pretty top level. Although I will say, speaking of the Amazon Prime, I know I texted you all, and everybody loved that text. There's when you watch on Amazon Prime for the Thursday night game, you can watch it in 3 different broadcasts: the main broadcast, Spanish broadcast, and the advanced stats broadcast.
I miss it
very
again.
cool. What's that?
I miss it again on Thursday.
It's
mad at myself. But.
And what's so cool is it's a top shot, and so it's like way up there, and you can see. And it actually makes me kind of annoyed with the regular broadcasts of football because you don't see the receivers running their routes. You see mostly it's like they chose we want to just have the quarterback and just have the line and have that be the action, and we'll figure it out on the back end. Yeah. But no, this is cool because it's the up top shot, the aerial shot, and then it's also depending, it kind of swaps around, which is weird. But they track the routes of the receivers, and so you can see this guy is doing a post, this guy's doing. They're doing this. And so it's just really cool to see, like, and then there's also some guy or some person, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, or just a machine, that when a receiver is specifically going to be open or is open, they'll put a little green circle around them. And so, like, when I watched the other night, Justin Fields hit a guy right after the green circle, and I was like, oh, look at that. That's cool. It's very cool. And it's all live.
That's awesome. I mean, do we talk about, like, tomorrow? Like, the week?
Oh, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday football. Yeah. Sure. Well, the marquee matchup, of course, we start off with is the Cowboys and the 49ers. Oh, you had a shiver down his spine.
Yeah, it's a big game.
That is a huge game.
Big game. I got a brother that's a 49ers fan. So all week he's just been sending me gifts of just like eyes.
Nice.
I'm coming for you. I just send things back like, I'm coming for you too.
My boys.
Quaking in my boots, but
Dak's coming.
I mean, this is the first time in the iteration of this offensive line on paper that they are actually playing together. Since we've had all the players, so Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith, Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. The past couple of years, we've had them, but varying injuries and situations that haven't had them all on the field together. So it's nice to see them actually converge in a pivotal game like this. So hopefully that influences how, that front line for the Niners. Hopefully we can get some stuff going, and then obviously our defense. I think it was the last playoff game we held McCaffrey to something like 40 yards rushing, like 20 receiving. So we kind of were able to put a cap on him. Obviously. Still reeling off the loss of Trayvon Diggs, but DaRon Bland picked up right where he left off, and I think it was basically him and Trayvon Diggs over the past 2 years, I want to say, and I could be wrong on this, but I saw a stat that was like interceptions since the most are both of them. So to have DaRon Bland fill in, knowing that he's amassed that stat is, helps me sleep at night a little bit.
Sure.
But it's going to be a big matchup. Big matchup.
Speaking of big matchups, Saints-Patriots. Big
Massive.
deal. Here's a big deal, though. They got J.C. Jackson back. He's in the back.
Yeah, is he going to play, though?
Do it. I don't know. I hope so.
Bill Belichick said, we'll see.
And we'll see.
We're in Cincinnati. Well, you're playing...
We're going to have to figure out the roster when the time comes.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm so lonely. I broke up with my girlfriend. I don't know if you guys
heard. That's right, too.
I don't know if you guys heard, but
I'm pretty
feeling
sad.
really down these days.
Yeah, pretty sad.
Only thing that cheers me up is talking to you guys. The media. Yep, Saints-Patriots.
That's my favorite.
I don't know where I'd be without you guys.
What if he one day just broke out into like the wildest display of emotions we've ever seen from him?
I would welcome it with open arms.
I would too.
That would be amazing.
It would dominate like every possible like talk show and be on like The View.
It would be.
Did you see Bill Belichick, the Patriots coach, crying? Oh my God.
Isn't he a big fan of Bon Jovi? I think he's a big fan of Bon Jovi. Somebody fact check that. Was that Robert Kraft? I don't know. They're good friends, right? They're good friends, the Robert Kraft and the...
The Crafts and the Belichicks?
Yeah, I'm not
is
sure
that how you say his
which
name?
view woman I'm doing right now.
I think we're going for kind of a
It's sort
pseudo
of a mix
Bihar.
of everybody, I feel like. But it's mostly,
Joy Bihar.
Joy Beha, yeah.
Beha.
Oh, yeah. Beha, Beha, whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. Just don't want to get the joy part right. That's all it is.
Jovi.
We got the London game. The Jaguars and Bills. Bills are the
Jags.
home team, but we know the Jags are the home team in London. It's their second week in London.
Yeah.
Wonder what kind of debauchery, which I think is a pretty British word,
The Butcher,
the Jags got into.
blokes.
Over
West End.
Well, I'm going to be playing in Tottenham Stadium, aren't I? Tottenham Hotspur, eh? 9:30 in the morning, except it's not 9:30 in the morning.
you have
it's
any-
more like 3:30 in the morning.
Any bangers and mash available?
Yeah, pretty much everywhere you go. It's quite a staple over here in jolly old London. Looks like everybody's betting on the Buffalo Bills to pick it up.
Yep.
5.5 point favourites. What do you say?
I say, the Buffalo Bills are gonna win the game.
Right. Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
I realised it was a SH at the end of
Yeah, I do.
that. Buffalo Bills.
I'm kind of
Ian's Buffalo Bills.
trying to do a Michael Caine,
Michael Caine. But you don't do the broken voice.
the broken voice.
When he is very sad. Very. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. That is an imitation of two guys doing an imitation of Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
The gravelly voice.
Gravelly voice.
Or more the brandy
The Buffalo
and the
Bills.
cigars.
The Buffalo Bills.
Have you seen that? It's from the road trip. I
Steve
think.
Coogan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Because the thing is, you guys look it up. Road trip. Steve Coogan
Yep.
and other guy I don't remember, but
Yeah, okay.
British guys. It's just two guys talking, and they're talking to each other about their Michael Caine accents, and they're both somewhat relatively famous humorists in London or England, and they both do a completely different accent, but they're both spot on, perfect Michael
Because
Caine.
they hit like different eras of Michael
Yeah.
Caine too. So they
Michael
kind of
Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine talks like this. Yeah, and,
You get like a French Connection Michael Caine a little quicker,
right,
and you get like Alfred Butler
right.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. What other matchups are there, Michael Caine? We've done our London hour.
Bills.
Oh man, when do they go to Germany? When is Germany happening?
I think is that next weekend
I think it might be next weekend.
I
I
thought
know
it
the
was like
Patriots are playing
back-to-back.
against the Colts
in Germany? Ooh.
This wouldn't be an All for the Ring podcast if I didn't mention my good friends Elisa and Joe.
Of course.
They tend to go to an away game. Or they try to go to an away Patriots game every year, and this year they decided to go to the Germany one.
Whoa.
But Elisa and Joe are going. But Elisa's dad and her brother are going. Ralphie. Big ups to Big Ralph.
Big Ralph.
Oh, love
Shout
that guy.
outs.
Love Ralph Stefanelli. I can say his whole name. He's a grown ass adult.
It's a real mesh.
Oh, the Mencius of the men.
Salt of the earth.
But would you? What a dumb question. I was going to say, would you like to see your Cowboys in London or Germany?
I'd like to see them literally anywhere.
Let's say we gave you a choice between London or Berlin, Germany. Where would you rather see your boys play an NFL game, and which team would you like to see them play against?
I'd like to see them play in London.
Alright.
I'd like to see my Cowboys play in London. Against the Giants.
Yeah.
Who
Wreck
could
the
we
Giants.
destroy the most?
Wreck the Giants. So you don't have to think about it too much.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be a lot of fun. I think we wrap this baby up.
Do we even hit all the teams?
I got what?
Like tomorrow's schedule?
Oh no, we just sort of
quick little-
We just went over some of the top liners.
That's fair.
But Texans Falcons,
Texans. CJ Stroud's looking awesome.
Panthers Lions,
Lions, Detroit.
Titans Colts, baby,
I think Titans, but Colts are coming.
Giants Finns.
Oh my gosh.
They're gonna
Could be 100
beat up
points.
and make up for last week.
100 points.
Ravens Steelers, classic
Ooh,
rivalry.
Big old matchup. I think Ravens got it though.
I do too.
Yeah,
Eagles Rams.
Ooh, that's an interesting matchup.
Has to be a redo of an
I
NFC
think
Championship.
Cup's
recently.
back. Cooper Cup's back.
He is.
So now you get the Cooper Nakua.
Cooper Nakua.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Or Puka Cup. Is that maybe
Puka Cup.
There's a name combination in there, but either way, you're putting basically 2 Cooper Cups in the field.
Hooey.
High-powered offense right
It's
there.
a lot. It's a lot of cups.
Crazy.
Bengals, Cardinals.
Cups of coffee. I mean, how's Joe Burrow's calf? Josh
Here's the
Dobbs
top
is-
line one. Oh yeah,
Josh Dobbs is also balling too. He's like top 5 QBs output right now. He's doing it.
Look at that.
Who's Kyler?
Jets Broncos, barn burner of a matchup.
A Boyna.
Couple of 1 and 3s.
Phew. I think Broncos maybe.
Maybe Broncos. It's in Mile High. Sometimes I take that into consideration.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Chiefs Vikings.
Probably
Kirk's last stand.
Yeah. Will he like that?
You like that? I liked that he was the number 1 player, scoring player in the league for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I only started him 1 time in that time, but he lived up to his name.
Yeah.
Cowboys, Niners, we already covered.
Yeah.
But will the Niners cover 3.5 points?
Ooh.
It's not a betting podcast, but sometimes we mention these things.
Sure. I think it's possible.
Who's gonna win?
It's tough. I think.
Cowboys lost field goal. Let's go.
There he is. He's back.
Wait to regret that.
Well,
We gonna do it.
just means if you regret it, it means you tried.
I love my
That's
team.
what the phrase always is.
That's my quarterback. T.O. crying about Romo.
Yeah. No, I know the reference. Yeah, no, I got it. Thank you for crying that out, just to make sure that I heard it.
Just in case you forgot.
So that's that. That's the Rapperoonie.
You're back.
As I'm looking at this list down here, don't give out your social security number. Zip it up and zip it out. Wear a mask where appropriate, which it still stands. We'll catch you on the flippy flop. And keep it sleazy.